A game that's already good on its own can get even better with the right DLC. Sure, some DLCs just add a few items or side quests, but then there are those game-changing DLCs that feel like a whole new experience, packed with extra content, epic missions, new worlds, and unforgettable characters that sometimes outshine the originals. Now, I'll take you through the best DLCs out there, perfect for getting even more out of your favorite games. Starting from number 20, Mass Effect 3 Citadel is an emotional, action-packed farewell to Commander Shepard and the Normandy crew, wrapping up Mass Effect 3 with a celebration of everything fans love about the series. Unlike the main story's heavy, galaxy-saving stakes, Citadel is an intimate, nostalgic DLC that focuses on the team itself. You'll reunite with beloved squad members, tackle a clone of Shepard, and even infiltrate a high-security gala. Each character has hilarious, heartfelt moments, creating some of the series' most memorable scenes. You'll bond with old friends and get a sense of closure that the main story alone didn't quite capture. Beyond the humor and the heartfelt reunions, Citadel gives players the chance to explore new parts of the Citadel with the crew and engage in side activities. Whether you're visiting a casino or testing your skills in the combat arena, this DLC adds layers of personality to the Mass Effect world. The story, combined with its fan-centric, character-driven interactions, makes Citadel a love letter to fans and a fantastic goodbye to a beloved franchise. Ghostrunner Project Hell takes the already intense parkour combat system to a whole new level. Unlike the base game's focus on high-speed agility and finesse, Hell's gameplay centers on brutal combat. She can absorb more damage, unleashes devastating attacks, and has abilities tailored for a more action-oriented approach. Hell's story takes players through a set of fresh levels designed to challenge even experienced players, making each encounter feel intense and rewarding. The environments in Project Hell are visually stunning and carry an industrial, dark tone that fits Hell's storyline. As you progress, you'll face complex platforming segments, battle intense new enemy types, and see a different side of the Ghostrunner world. The DLC's narrative dives deeper into the dystopian setting, shedding light on Hell's motivations and background, which enhances the game's lore. For anyone looking to experience Ghostrunner from a different, more aggressive angle, Project Hell is a thrilling expansion. War of the Chosen expands XCOM 2's tactical depth, introducing new factions, heroes, and the terrifying Chosen enemies who adapt and hunt your squad throughout the game. The Chosen have distinct personalities and strengths, challenging players to rethink their strategies and making missions feel even more intense. Their taunting and relentless pursuit add a psychological layer to missions, as the Chosen grow stronger with each encounter. Adding to the experience, the 3 new factions, the Reapers, Skirmishers, and Templars, each have their own abilities and unique upgrades, creating new synergies and tactical options for your team. The DLC also introduces a resistance ring that unlocks unique missions, enhancing the strategic layer of the game. War of the Chosen builds on the XCOM experience by injecting fresh gameplay elements, giving fans plenty of new content to explore as they push back against the alien invasion. The following takes Dying Light's zombie survival mechanics to a sprawling countryside, introducing an open landscape that contrasts with the claustrophobic city of the base game. In this DLC, you'll discover a new storyline involving a mysterious cult that claims immunity to the infection. This chilling mystery, combined with the rural setting, sets up an atmosphere that feels fresh yet eerie, pushing players to explore what the cult is hiding. The wide-open terrain also allows for more freedom in traversal, offering unique landscapes and challenges. A major highlight of the following is the addition of a customizable dune buggy, which transforms how you approach travel and combat. From mowing down zombies to adding weaponized upgrades, the buggy offers a whole new level of engagement and strategy. You can customize it, repair it, and make it your own as you traverse the countryside. The mix of open landscapes, driving mechanics, and new enemies creates a refreshed experience that pushes Dying Light's boundaries in all the right ways. MOONCRASH completely transforms Prey's gameplay by adding roguelike mechanics, making each run a new challenge set on a lunar base. Unlike the structured progression of the main game, here you control multiple characters with different skills and story arcs, all trying to escape the base before it resets. Each character has unique abilities that add replayability and encourage experimenting with different approaches. The procedural generation of maps, enemies, and gear ensures that no 2 runs are the same. Adding to the thrill is the need to manage resources carefully, making choices on the fly to survive. Each playthrough forces you to adapt, using the environment to your advantage and uncovering new paths. MOONCRASH rewards tactical thinking and creativity, adding replayable depth to Prey's horror and survival elements. The suspense of trying to escape under ever-changing conditions makes it an exciting, intense experience. The Ringed City takes the difficulty and lore of Dark Souls 3 to new heights, immersing players in surreal, nightmarish landscapes filled with dangerous enemies and jaw-dropping environments. The DLC follows the storyline of the Dark Soul itself, bringing closure to one of gaming's most cryptic universes. Each area is packed with secrets, obscure lore, and challenging battles that demand players' best skills. The design of each level feels like a tribute to the series' iconic, intricate layouts. The boss fights in The Ringed City are some of the hardest in the series, testing players' endurance and skill in unforgettable battles. With new armor, weapons, and spells, players have plenty of tools to experiment with as they journey through the bizarre and beautiful world. It's a fitting end to the Dark Souls saga, packed with storytelling depth and hardcore gameplay that's a true reward for devoted fans. Burial at Sea brings players back to Rapture with a fresh perspective, combining the mechanics of BioShock Infinite with the eerie atmosphere of the original BioShock. You'll navigate the decaying beauty of Rapture as both Booker and Elizabeth, diving into a noir-style story that explores their complex relationship. With 2 episodes, Burial at Sea reveals haunting new insights about the city, its people, and its downfall. The DLC introduces stealth mechanics as you play as Elizabeth in the 2nd episode, adding a new layer of gameplay that contrasts with Booker's action-heavy approach. The story unfolds with suspense, pulling players deeper into the interconnected BioShock universe. The Art Deco aesthetic, coupled with Rapture's haunting ambience, delivers a nostalgic yet fresh experience that expands on BioShock's iconic storytelling. In Shadow of the ERDTREE, Elden Ring expands its world even further, offering players new lands to explore, deadly bosses, and deep lore to uncover. This DLC focuses on the mystery surrounding the ERDTREE, taking players through breathtaking environments and unique hidden areas filled with danger. From Software's signature challenge is present in every corner, pushing players to their limits. What stands out in Shadow of the ERDTREE is its commitment to storytelling through environmental design and challenging encounters. Each boss fight is meticulously crafted, with strategies and lore tied to the broader narrative. Players who thrive on exploration and discovery will find a lot to love here, as the DLC offers new areas and secrets that enrich Elden Ring's already expansive lore. Far Harbor takes players to a fog-shrouded island filled with new enemies, intense factions, and a mystery that brings fresh depth to the Fallout universe. The atmospheric island and its inhabitants create a feeling of isolation and intrigue, making each decision impactful. Meanwhile, NUKA-WORLD introduces a completely different vibe as you explore a raider-controlled amusement park. Here, you'll find a range of zones, each inspired by classic theme park rides, providing an unexpected yet entertaining contrast. Each of these expansions broadens the game's universe in unique ways, from the moral dilemmas on Far Harbor to the chaotic amusement park anarchy in NUKA-WORLD. Both DLCs bring fresh narratives, new weaponry, and environments that feel like full-fledged worlds within Fallout 4, making them essential for anyone looking to fully explore the wasteland. The Old Hunters dives deeper into Bloodborne's eerie universe, revealing a darker, more sinister side of Yharnam's history. Players encounter terrifying new beasts and explore haunting locales that add layers of lore and atmosphere. The DLC is packed with new weapons, abilities, and some of the toughest boss battles in the game, demanding mastery from even the most experienced players. Each area of the Old Hunters feels crafted to tell part of Yharnam's twisted story, expanding the mystery and horror at the heart of Bloodborne. The DLC's gothic aesthetics and relentless enemies capture the intensity of the base game, but with an amplified challenge. For Bloodborne fans, The Old Hunters is an unforgettable, immersive expansion that adds depth and terror to the game. The delicious Last Course is a vibrant and challenging addition to CUPHEAD, bringing Ms. Chalice as a playable character, along with new weapons and magical charms. Set on a newly accessible island, this DLC introduces players to uniquely designed bosses that fit the game's distinct 1930s animation style. Each boss battle is carefully crafted, with intricacies that keep players guessing, testing reflexes, and demanding patience and skill. In addition to the character of Ms. Chalice, who comes with her own unique abilities. The delicious last course offers new gameplay mechanics. The island itself is packed with new secrets, power-ups, and challenging encounters that feel like a natural extension of Cuphead's base game, keeping fans immersed in its beautifully chaotic world. The Frozen Wilds transports players to the icy region of the Cut, where Aloy faces new threats and discovers more about the Bannock tribe. This DLC introduces new machines, environmental hazards, and a storyline that adds depth to Horizon Zero Dawn's rich lore. The winter setting offers visually stunning, snow-covered landscapes, along with new gameplay challenges that test players' survival skills in extreme conditions. The DLC also expands the skill tree, adding combat options that enrich Aloy's versatility in battle. The machines in the Frozen Wilds are tougher and require players to rethink their approach, making each encounter feel fresh. For fans who can't get enough of Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds provides an experience that both deepens and diversifies Aloy's journey, making it essential for those looking to fully explore her story. Blood Dragon is a standalone DLC that takes the Far Cry 3 formula and transforms it into an 80s-inspired, neon-lit sci-fi adventure. Set in a retro-futuristic world, players take on the role of Sergeant Rex Power Colt, a cyborg soldier battling against rogue forces and mutant creatures. The DLC's over-the-top aesthetic, complete with laser guns, cyborg enemies, and a pulsing synth soundtrack, captures the essence of 80s action movies, making it a nostalgic and unique experience. What sets Blood Dragon apart is its unapologetically humorous and self-aware style. The writing, the mechanics, and even the HUD are infused with 80s charm, creating a parody of classic sci-fi that's both ridiculous and endlessly entertaining. For Far Cry fans looking for something completely different, Blood Dragon is an engaging escape that brings a light-hearted twist to the series. Spider-Man, the City That Never Sleeps. This three-part DLC extends Spider-Man's main storyline, adding new missions, challenges, and characters. The heist sees Peter Parker facing off against Black Cat. Turf Wars introduces Hammerhead as a new villain, and Silver Lining brings in Silver Sable, each segment creating a thrilling mini-arc that expands on Peter's relationships and responsibilities. This series of DLCs adds depth to the game's existing world while introducing new enemies, gadgets, and suits. In addition to the gripping narrative, The City That Never Sleeps also enhances gameplay with new enemy types and intense combat encounters. Players get to swing through New York City with a host of new challenges and collectibles, making the DLCs feel like a continuous journey in Spider-Man's story. It's a must-play for anyone who enjoyed the main game and wants to dive deeper into Peter's life as both a superhero and a friend. Left Behind is a deeply personal and emotional expansion for The Last of Us, offering a glimpse into Ellie's past and her friendship with Riley. Set in a shopping mall, the DLC combines moments of peace with intense survival gameplay, contrasting the two to heighten the stakes and emotional impact. This DLC explores themes of loss and resilience, allowing players to connect with Ellie in a way that feels intimate and impactful. The gameplay in Left Behind is nuanced, blending storytelling with survival elements as Ellie scavenges for supplies while avoiding infected. The flashback scenes with Riley add warmth and lightness, making the tragedy of their fate even more powerful. Left Behind is a short but poignant chapter that fills in Ellie's backstory and enriches the narrative of The Last of Us, making it a must-play for fans invested in the story. The Iki Island expansion sends Jin Sakai to a dangerous new territory, exploring a different side of his past and testing his skills as the Ghost. The storyline introduces the Eagle, a fearsome new villain, and a series of enemies who bring unique combat challenges to the table. The lush, beautiful landscapes of Iki Island are filled with lore, side quests, and secrets that uncover more about Jin's family and legacy, adding emotional weight to the journey. Iki Island also introduces new mechanics, such as animal bonding and shaman-led enemy encounters that challenge players in unexpected ways. The island's open-world design is full of exploration opportunities, allowing players to experience fresh gameplay dynamics while deepening their understanding of Jin as a character. This DLC is essential for those who loved the main game and want to see Jin pushed to his limits, both physically and emotionally. These two DLCs bring contrasting stories and perspectives to Liberty City, making GTA 4 feel richer and more diverse. The Lost and Damned follows Johnny Klebitz, a member of a biker gang, introducing gritty, loyalty-driven narratives with high-stakes missions and new vehicles tailored to the gang lifestyle. Meanwhile, the Ballad of Gay Tony shines a light on Liberty City's glamorous nightlife as players step into the shoes of Luis Lopez, a nightclub manager tangled up in the underworld. Each DLC expands the city's storyline in exciting ways. Both DLCs add unique mechanics and side activities, from bike races in The Lost and Damned to club management and base jumping in The Ballad of Gay Tony. The contrast between the grimy, rebellious tone of Johnny's story and the flashy, high-energy vibe of Luis's journey makes each feel distinct. Together, these expansions give players new angles on the familiar Liberty City, making it feel more alive and multifaceted. Undead Nightmare transforms the classic Western setting of Red Dead Redemption into a zombie-infested apocalypse, offering players a fresh take on the familiar world. Playing as John Marston, you'll fight off waves of undead and uncover strange mysteries in the heart of the Wild West. This DLC includes new enemies, eerie locations, and mythical creatures like chupacabras and zombie animals, creating an atmosphere that's creepy yet fun. The story of Undead Nightmare balances horror with humor, providing a unique contrast to the main game's serious tone. With new weapons, survival challenges, and side missions, this expansion creates a dark, thrilling adventure that lets players explore the frontier in an entirely different way. It's a memorable addition that shows off Rockstar's versatility, adding a supernatural twist to an otherwise grounded setting. Phantom Liberty introduces players to a complex espionage storyline, with V being pulled into high-stakes political plots that delve into the depths of Night City's secrets. This DLC takes players to previously unexplored areas, complete with fresh characters, powerful new equipment, and stealth mechanics that redefine how you approach missions. Every choice in Phantom Liberty carries weight, pushing V to balance alliances and risks for a chance at survival. New side quests and equipment add extra depth, allowing players to uncover hidden details of Night City while strengthening V's skills. The DLC also offers branching paths and multiple endings, making each decision impactful and adding replayable elements. Phantom Liberty pushes Cyberpunk 2077 into the realm of spy thrillers, expanding the game's universe in a way that feels immersive and expansive. And here we are at the #1 DLC, but stick around until the end, because we've got a bonus game that you won't want to miss. Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine are masterful expansions for The Witcher 3, transforming an already expansive RPG into a nearly endless journey. Hearts of Stone introduces Gaunter O'Dim, one of the franchise's most enigmatic villains, while adding morally complex choices and rich storytelling. With new abilities, contracts, and a dark storyline, this DLC is as captivating as it is challenging, blending mystery and adventure seamlessly. Meanwhile, Blood and Wine takes Geralt to Toussaint, a vibrant and lush land that contrasts beautifully with the main game's darker landscapes. Here, players experience a fairy tale kingdom with hidden dangers and political intrigue. The new mutation system, expansive questlines, and colorful cast of characters make Blood and Wine feel like a whole new game. Together, these DLCs offer some of the most memorable moments in The Witcher 3, adding depth and closure to Geralt's legendary journey. As promised, here is the God of War Ragnarok DLC, Valhalla, taking everything that makes the base game epic and intensifying it. In this DLC, players finally enter the legendary realm of Valhalla, where new gods, mythological warriors, and massive, intricate landscapes await. Playing as Kratos in this setting feels monumental, as the DLC pushes players into breathtaking battles that test both skill and strategy. Valhalla introduces new combat abilities, skill trees, and unique artifacts, allowing players to explore Kratos' fighting style even further, adapting to challenging foes that make each encounter unforgettable. So which one's your favorite, or which one are you excited to try? Let us know in the comments. And if you're a fan of games that offer endless replayability, check out our next video on screen now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep exploring the incredible worlds these games offer.